What is happening, everybody? It is now episode number 6 of Amazing Model Cars, and we are going to review this Hot Wheels Ferrari 458 Spider that I unboxed in our last video. So let's get right into it. So as usual, we will start at the front, and one of the first things you'll see is that the horse right here, the prancing horse, is done very nicely. It pops out, and it's only made of plastic, but it's very nice. The fins, the famous 458 fins, are done very nicely, and the intakes are not actually completely perforated, but they have little indents, so they're quite nice. Then when you look at the badge, it is indented, and as far as I can tell, it is printed on and not a sticker, so that's always good. And then the headlights are very nice. You have the little LEDs down the side, and then the big bulb right there. It's a very nice clear plastic. The matte finish on this car is gorgeous. It feels nice. It looks nice. It looks like a real 458 from far away. And so now we can move on to the side. So on the side, one of the first things you'll notice is this big Ferrari badge that has the Ferrari shield on it, the SF, and then the 3 Italian colors. Then if we move a bit down, you can see the wheels, and they look metal. They're actually just plastic, but they are done very nice. The discs move through the calipers very nicely, and the calipers say Ferrari. The bolts are done quite nice, and the horse in the middle of the wheel is done very nice. One of the things that is so small but I love about this model is this little orange turn indicator right below the horse. And it's so tiny, but it makes it all the more realistic. So now when we move over, you can see the door. And this door on this side does not want to stay closed for whatever reason. But that's not too big of a deal. Then down here we have the Pininfarina badge. If I'm pronouncing that wrong, please put it in the comments because I am not sure how exactly to pronounce that. And the door has the little door lock right there. It's a little hole in the car right below the intake, so it looks quite nice. Then as we move over, you can see the rear wheel, which is just like the front wheel, done very nice. Then comes the back. The back of this car is very nice, and as with the front, we will start with the light. The light is made out of a very nice plastic, red right there and white for the reverse light there. It is a actual clear plastic with red inside it right here as the third brake light. Then you have the printed on prancing horse, not nearly as nice as the one at the front, but I mean, it's still nice. And then you have the 458 Spider license plate, and then the 3 exhausts and the diffuser down here. So now we will look at the trunk. That was a joke, because this car actually does not have an opening trunk. It opens a tiny bit because this is the same body used on the Elite 458 Spider, which does have an opening trunk and engine bay, but this one also with the engine bay does not open. It is glued shut. And now I guess we should just move right along onto the interior. So the door opens very nice. The hinge mechanism is much more realistic than the common hinge mechanism where the door actually slides out. This one bends at the door. And then, since this is a Spider, it's very easy to see inside. And when you look inside, it looks very realistic. It is a black interior. The stitching makes it look very real on the door and the dash. Steering wheel is done quite well. We have the little console display gauge cluster back there. And then we have the center console right there. And then the other door opens just as well. Very smooth. And it is not felt on the bottom, but that's not too big of a deal. Another thing that's different between this and the Elite is that on this one, the interior is black. On the Elite, the interior is a darker red. But one thing I really like is that these seats move a bit forwards and they have the prancing horse on them. So now let's do the rating. I would give this car probably a B, maybe a B+, because it doesn't have felt and the trunk and engine bay do not open, which is quite frustrating. But when you add in that it only costs $54 to $56, depending on where you get it, and the paint is very nice, I'd give it a A-, because it's a very nice car. It rolls very nice, it turns very nice, and I just think it's a great car. A very good beginner Ferrari if you don't have a Ferrari yet. This is my first Ferrari, and I am definitely impressed with what Hot Wheels has brought. So that's all for this episode, and I will see you next week on Amazing Model Cars. Please like and subscribe, and goodbye, everyone.